On back to Big Stevie Cool, 1872. We're out again outside. I was going to do a live, but didn't do a live. And here we are, talking about Rangers things. Ben Davies, obviously away, made that video yesterday, so he's away. Who does that free up? Well, it looks like we could be throwing a new bid in for Keke, whatever, Keke Rosberg. I don't know what you want to call this guy, right? End of the day is, hopefully, from our point of view, we can get another centre back in. But talking of centre backs out, Ben Davies is away, and Leon King could be joining them. Loan to Salford City, which I don't agree with personally. You know, let's throw this guy in again. See this, man. I actually do not get it. Like, look at the amount of mistakes of this Rangers team, right? Even since King got thrown back out of the team, which, you know, he has made a few appearances in there. Look at how many mistakes it's made. You can't tell me that throwing Leon King in for a couple of games is going to be, you know, horrendous. It won't be. You know, I'd rather him be flung into the deep end than Ben Davies, because Ben Davies needs armbands, and we're not dishing any out at the minute. And then, I mean, at the weekend, I'm glad Clement made the decision to pretty much just put Sterling back into the back four and bring Diamonde on. You know, I would have liked to have seen King got minutes, but I like the fact he kept attacking. I get it. Against higher opposition, you can't really do that. You can't just, you know, have Tav, Sterling and John Souttar as like your three centre-backs and give Yefty a licence up front, because, I mean, you're dealing with one centre. I mean, Tav was coming in centrally. I don't know if people picked up on it. Mentioned it on the live stream. It's like it wasn't just one passage of play. He was doing it with quite a few passages of play. But for me, honestly, I wouldn't get rid of Leon King. I'd keep him. I really, really would. I mean, obviously it's not permanent, it would be a loan, but I just don't see the point. You know, I don't even know what League Salford are in. What are they, League 2? I just don't see the point of sending him out to a League 2 team. You know what I mean? He will get in. He's Scottish, he's young. Give him a chance, guys. Throw him in. You know, look at Connor Barron's doing. You know, and like, give these young players that we've got on the bench a chance. Like, they need, you know, I get it, it's like, you want to bed them in, but sometimes getting them flung into the deep end's a good thing. But look what happened. There's no in between with King. He doesn't get eased, he never got eased in. And, you know, he makes the odd appearance here and there. Look what happened a couple of years ago in Champions League. Him and James Sands at the back. And people want to wonder, like, well, we got scudded and we've got the worst Champions League record of all time. That writes itself. You know what I mean? Most of the games it was those two. Like, how crazy is it that Leon King and James Sands were Rangers centre-backs for a few Champions League games? I mean, that boggles my mind, I'll tell you. Anyway, let's move on to the Rabbi Matondo, shall we? I mean, the Blackburn links, the rest of the Championship links are still there. For me, one game ain't going to change Rabbi Matondo in my eyes. You know, he had the game of his Rangers career, I think, unmistakably, against Ross County there. But I mean, you're having your best game of your career against Ross County. I think he had a good game last season against PSV in the qualifiers when we drew 2 each. Scored a good goal, and he does come up with good moments. But for me, it's like, I don't think there's enough time left in the window to replace everybody that we think we can replace by selling people. You know, unless they've already got players lined up. You know, there's talk of a deadline day bid for Morgan Whittaker now, and Matondo needs to go for that. Yes, absolutely. Big Stevie gives the green light. But end of the day is, I think we might need to keep Matondo. But he's injury prone. He's not consistent. It's pretty much all the characteristics that you would want to get out your club. If the right bid comes in, I'm not going to be completely and utterly against it. Put it that way. And, you know, as for players we're bringing in, I don't want to speak too much on Morgan Whittaker, right, because there's probably not an awful lot in it. But in terms of players going out, we've heard nothing from Cantwell. There's definitely been more news regarding a Hagi exit than a Cantwell exit. And in terms of what I'd say the majority of Rangers fans want, we'd rather Cantwell away than Hagi. But it's just sad. I was thinking this earlier. It's like, when you compare this Rangers team to 4 years ago, it is night and day, man. It's actually scary. You know, look at the team we used to have. Sad, like, you know, you had a much younger Davis, Glenn Kamara, Hagi. Up front, you'd like Itten, Roof, Defoe, Morelos, Kent, Aribo. Just so many players, man. Nathan Patterson that I could just go on to name, and it's like I just feel like we've just lost so many players over the years. And yeah, I'm recording this end bit in the house because I don't know what happened to the rest of the audio. But anyway, aye. Also, Alex Lowry could be going on loan to Carlisle United, so I just don't think they're good enough, to be honest, anymore. I mean, I want to give King and Lowry chances at Rangers, but it just seems to be like, no matter who the manager is, they just don't fancy them. So, anyway, do you fancy it? Till next time, peace.